What is up, everybody? This is Kim Got Kicks, and I am back at it with another video today. Today I am bringing you guys one of my most anticipated videos. I am doing how to win sneaker raffles. Now, people that know me personally know that I hit on a lot of raffles through various different shoe sites, whether it be Snkrs app, Draw, Footlocker, Foot Action, Hibbett Sports, JD Sports, Finish Line, whatever. It's kind of known that I'm pretty good at hitting these raffles. Now, I'm not saying that I hit every raffle, because by any means I do not hit every raffle at all, but I do hit quite frequently. So today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks to increase your chances of winning sneaker raffles. Now, I'm not saying that these tips that I'm giving you is going to guarantee that you'll win these raffles, but it will boost your chances. So let's hop right into it. Alright, so I got my little notebook right here with my notes on it. So if y'all see me looking down, that's what it is. We're going to start first with the Snkrs app. Now, Snkrs app, they have various different forms of releases when it comes to shoes. They have what you call Leos, which Leo is, I like to call it kind of like a first come first serve type of deal, where you go in there, the sizes are loaded up, you click your size, you try to check out. You try to do it as fast as you can. They say it's kind of like a flash raffle, but I feel like it's kind of like a first come first serve type of deal, whoever takes out the quickest. Now, when there are Leo drops, I suggest that you either have a credit card on file, not like your bank card, you know, your Regions, Chase, whatever, but a credit card like an American Express, Discover, Capital One, whatever, a credit card, because your bank can block your card and boom, it cancels it. It doesn't let you check out. So I always suggest that you have a credit card on file, or use Apple Pay, which it can still get declined because your card can lock up, but it's one of the quickest ways, as well as you linking your PayPal account. I personally use PayPal or my credit card, and I've hit, I can pull up some shoes like right here that I've hit on Snkrs app, and these aren't all of them, of course, because it doesn't show every single shoe that I've purchased on the Snkrs app, but yeah. Now, the second form of a release on the Snkrs app is going to be a Snkrs app draw. Now, the draw is where they open the draw or raffle for 10 minutes. You choose your size, you click join draw, you wait 10 minutes. After that, it lets you know if you win or not. Now, this is randomized, but it's also to prevent bots. Now, I have a few tips in order to increase your chances of being picked in these draws. Number one is going to be have consistent activity in the app. If Snkrs app sees a shoe that you only go on there every blue moon to try to win a shoe, you're probably not going to win, because they want to give these shoes to loyal customers. Now, some shoes they do give to new accounts. They may give you a few wins in the beginning to, you know, to reel you in, but then everybody knows the L's start coming. Just be on the app, interact with the polls, look at the releases, click notify me, heart shoes that you want, share them, use the share button on there, post them on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Just make sure that you have consistent activity in the app to show that you're a consistent user and that you're interested in Nike products. That's tip number one. Tip number two is to make sure that you are shopping frequently with Nike. It doesn't have to be just shoes, it can be clothes or whatever, but make sure that you're shopping frequently, and make sure that you're shopping under the same account that you're going to be entering these draws with. That's tip number two. Make sure that you're shopping frequently, because like I said, they want to reward people who are spending money with them. I mean, it makes sense. If somebody's constantly spending money with them, for them to keep coming back, you will want to be rewarding them with something to invite them to come back and shop. Now, the third one is to be watching the weekly lives. These, I'll post a screenshot of what they look like and how to get to them, but they have these lives every week. Join, stay the entire duration, interact with the polls that pop up. Just make sure that you're interacting. Once again, it's showing that you're active in the Snkrs app community and that you're very interested in what's coming out on these lives. Now, it's not nothing boring. Most of the time, they're showing the shoe that's coming out, the shoes that are coming out that week early. So you're actually getting a kind of like a first look type of thing. So make sure that you're doing that. Now, those are all the tips that I have for the Nike Snkrs app, which is where a lot of pairs are actually allocated. That's going to be like your number one biggest chance to get shoes is going to be from this Nike Snkrs app, just because Nike produces the shoes, so of course by default Nike is going to have the most amount of shoes. Next, we're going to tap into the foot sites. Now when I say foot sites, I'm talking about Footlocker, Champs, East Bay, Kids Footlocker, Foot Action, Lady Footlocker, all those. Even though Lady Footlocker doesn't really get raffles like that, but all of those fall under the same area, which is Flex, the Flex app. You might hear people saying your Flex points or Flex this, Flex that. That is the foot sites. That's all of those sites that I just listed. Now, their algorithm is a little So how it used to be was by the point system, which it is still by the point system, but for every dollar that you spend, you get X amount of points, and I'll insert, you know, the actual terms of it. Every dollar amount you spend, you get X amount of points. Cool. Now, how it was going is that these foot sites, when you entered your raffles, you can use your head starts. You get 3 head starts. They cost 500 points a piece. Cool. Now, how it used to be is that big accounts with big amount of lifetime points, because you have active points that you can spend on those head starts and other rewards like gift cards and stuff like that, and then you have lifetime points. Your lifetime points is how many points you've accumulated over your entire account history. Now, there's people with millions of points, meaning they spent thousands of dollars with Footlocker. So, what does that mean? That means that the money that is spent with Footlocker is accounted for. So, people who were spending tons of money with Footlocker were consistently hitting every single raffle they're winning. They're winning a pair every single time because they have so many lifetime points and they've spent so much money with Footlocker. That was their way of rewarding those big accounts. Now, what started happening was people would start to get accounts, run the points up, and sell the accounts off to other people. Now, foot sites didn't like that, so what they started doing was letting those smaller accounts win. Accounts that had a good amount of points, but it was still believable. Like, okay, for instance, nobody is going to Footlocker every week and spending $2,000–$3,000 on shoes. That's not normal activity. That would be activity that resellers would use, and most stores don't like resellers. That would be something that they would do, is go in there and spend $2,000 every week because they know that the accounts with the most points are going to win the most. Now, normal activity, somebody like me who's spending $200 or $300 every week, every 2 weeks, you know, I'm gaining points, but I'm gradually gaining points. I'm not just getting points overloaded on my account every single week. That's not happening. I have normal activity, but I'm still a frequent shopper. So with that being said, you need to make sure that you're spending money at these stores. That's going to be the key to every single one of these raffles, is spending money. Being a customer. It doesn't matter if you're buying t-shirts, clothes, socks. You need to spend money with these stores in order to win these raffles. And that's what I've done. I've spent time and money pouring money into these stores, getting all these shoes, but as a reward, I'm winning more shoes. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't respond back, but y'all get what I'm saying. The second thing, you just make sure you're consistent. Just make sure that you're a consistent buyer. They also just switched up their raffles a little bit. You can now get the ship to my home option when you do your raffles, which allows, like, if you win, they instantly charge your card. For one, you got to keep that in mind. They're going to instantly charge your card. Now, I suggest, if you have a credit card, like I said, linking your credit card to your account so that it automatically charges it. Anything can happen with your bank card. You can, you know, pay a bill, whatever. You don't have the money, you needed to, you know, take the money from somewhere else and put it in this account, whatever. Anything can happen, and if it declines, you lost your shoe. So I suggest linking a credit card to your Flex app. You can choose that option, or of course the same, choose 3 stores, blah blah blah. You can do that. I haven't personally tried the ship to my house option yet because I haven't bought any shoes since the Pine Green 3s, which I got off of Dick's Sporting Goods. So that's that. Now, moving on to the next store, and what I just mentioned, Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, Dick's Sporting Goods usually gets general releases, which are going to be shoes that have a high number of stock, which I can see them like getting the cool gray 11s. They got the pine green 3s. They got the Oreo 5s. They had high numbers of stock, so they could be allocated to several stores. Now, every single Dick's Sporting Goods does not do raffles. I work at a Dick's Sporting Goods. We don't get sneakers. We don't get those type of sneakers at my store. We get running shoes. Now, in Houston, I know there's like 2 or 3 Dick's Sporting Goods that get shoes. Now, what they do, they'll post on their page and say, hey, we're getting this shoe. Raffles start right now. Well, it's not even a raffle. It's kind of like a first come, first serve thing. They'll be like, wristbands are available right now. First come, first serve. Gotta get up there and gotta get it. Honestly, people know about it before, you know, it goes live. I would just keep an eye on their launch calendar and see what they're getting, and just pay attention to their launch calendar. Now, a lot of people are going to know because they have friends that work in Dick's. I would suggest knowing which stores in your area get shoes and getting to know the footwear associates so that when they are going to do these wristbands, they can let you know, so you can be there. Because once Dick's makes that post, it's pretty much already too late. There's already a line at the store. So there's that. Now, the next store is going to be Hibbett Sports, which is in conjunction with City Gear and Sports Editions. Now, Hibbett doesn't really, to my knowledge, have an algorithm, if you get what I'm saying. It's kind of still a little random, but like I said, spend money. I suggest you spend money with Hibbett. Don't know if it affects your raffle or not, but I spend a lot of money with Hibbett's and I win. I'm not gonna say I win a lot, because I don't really win a lot. I win a good amount with Hibbett, but I also spend a good amount of money with Hibbett. So I would just say spend money, make sure that you're doing their raffles. They're usually the first ones to post their raffle for shoe releases, and they close them 2 days before release. They don't close them that Friday if it comes out that Saturday. Their raffles close that Thursday at 11 a.m. So their raffles close 2 days before the actual drop. So keep that in mind. Also, you can go in and look at the launch calendar and set notifications to let you know when the raffle does open. So I suggest that you do that. So the last stores that we have is going to be JD Sports and Finish Line. Now, JD Sports and Finish Line just kind of twisted how they do releases. They're doing the exclusive access. Since they've started, I've gotten 2 exclusive access on 2 releases already. I got exclusive access on the Pine Green 3s, and I got exclusive access on the Royalty Taxis. Now, with JD Sports and Finish Line's exclusive access, they choose the store for you. You don't get to choose what store you're going to pick up from. They're going to already have it on there. You're picking up from this store. There's an up and a downside to that. There's a downside because you can't pick the store, of course. Like, I couldn't get either one of my pairs because my store that they picked for me was in Houston. I'm at school. You gotta have your ID. Couldn't tell my mom my ID in time, so I lost my pairs. Now, the good part about that, you don't have to worry about hassling for a raffle. That's a good thing. Another bad thing about that is, well, so far, they've only done exclusive access for men's sizing. I wear grade school, so it doesn't really benefit me to get the exclusive access, but I can, you know, get the shoes, sell to people or whatever for the men's sizing, but I haven't seen exclusive access for grade school yet. It may be coming soon, but I don't know. Now, for that, shop at whatever store you would prefer to pick up shoes at. You need to shop at that store consistently. That's how they know which store to choose for you to pick up from. They're not just going down the map and say, oh, we're gonna pick this store that's closest to them. They're gonna pick whatever store that you shop at the most. For instance, I shop at a certain mall near me a lot. So when they gave me my exclusive access, that's the store that they picked for me. Now, I know some people who spent more money at other stores who got chose at a, you know, to pick up from a store that's like 50 minutes from their house. But it's not based on your geographical location. It's based on where you shop. If they see you spending a lot of money at this particular store, they're going to say, oh, okay, this store he goes to a lot, so we're going to choose this store for him to pick up from. So whatever store you want to pick up shoes from, shop at that store consistently. Don't switch it up. If you you know, in another mall and you see something, you buy something cool, buy it. It's not going, you know, it's not going to hurt. But try to consistently shop at whatever store you want to pick up from. Now with JD Sports and Finish Line, again, it's like I said, it's going to keep coming up. You need to shop consistently. Make sure you're buying stuff. They have a point system. Every dollar amount that you spend, you get X amount of points. So you need to make sure that you're shopping and getting those points. So you want to make sure that you have at least 2,000 to 2,500 points in your account at all times. Because when you get exclusive access, you have to purchase your access with your points. If you don't have no points and you get exclusive access, you cannot redeem your shoe. So make sure that you keep at least 2,000 to 2,500 points in your account at all times. So yeah, another thing with JD Sports and Finish Line, their raffles are kind of random. Sometimes they have them in the app. Sometimes they send out exclusive access. Sometimes it is in the store, and they don't always announce in reasonable time that they're in-store raffles. Sometimes they don't even announce at all that there's going to be in-store raffles. So you just have to kind of go back in and check and ask, like, hey, are y'all going to do a raffle for this shoe? Are y'all getting this shoe? Blah, blah, blah. Next is going to be Shoe Palace. Shoe Palace, I know my people that are watching from school, that y'all probably don't know about Shoe Palace, but Shoe Palace is a store kind of like in the, I guess, western region more. But Shoe Palace, they do their raffles. I believe they open them on Mondays, and you get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to go put them in. It's in store, like regular raffle ticket. Write your name, write your size, write the shoe, give them their half, you keep your half, and they'll call you day before. I've been called the day of a release to come get your shoe. So up and the downside to that. Upside is that it's not computerized, so you can't be kind of like discriminated against, I guess, as a bot. Downside, it can be rigged. I mean, it's not hard to call who you want to call to come pick up shoes. So there's an up and a downside to that, and I've won a good amount of times at my local Shoe Palace. So I really like Shoe Palace. I like getting shoes from Shoe Palace because, I mean, they haven't showed me that they're rigging the system so far. So yeah. Now, another way to do raffles is gonna be through, there's an app that I use. I actually pay for this app. I think it's like $2.99 a month or something like that, and it's called the Soul Retriever app. On the Soul Retriever app, they have all the releases laid out, and you can cut on notifications, and it notifies you every time that a raffle opens. These raffles can be like Footlocker, Foot Action, all of that. It can also be END, it can be local stores, it can be stores that are not even in the USA. You just have to read between the lines and understand if you're eligible to enter or if you're not eligible to enter. Some stores do local only, where you must be within the 25-mile radius to even enter that raffle. So I would definitely check out the Soul Retriever app. Another way to be on the lookout for raffles is to follow my Twitter, which is Cam Got Kicks. On my Twitter, I retweet when there are restocks. I retweet when raffles go live. I retweet all of that. So, but yeah, stay connected with me on Twitter. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram as well, because I do repost on my story sometimes. My Instagram isn't really like sneaker raffle related that much. It's more just like shoe appreciation. I'll repost like upcoming releases on my story and stuff like that. Which, speaking of, I am going to be doing a December what's dropping video very soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, those are all of my tips and tricks for how to win sneaker raffles. These are everything I just told you guys is exactly what I apply when I enter raffles myself. So it's nothing that I'm trying to hide or gatekeep or whatever. Being as transparent as possible, because I mean, if you're watching my channel, it's probably because you like shoes, and I want you to be able to get the shoes that you like, just like me. There's enough shoes for everybody to go around. So Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, we're dropping videos every single week, so make sure that y'all stay tuned. We're getting active. Please comment down below any more additional videos that you guys want to see. I do have like some really big things coming up, sneaker haul, things like that, vlogs, more sit down videos, whatever y'all like. Just let me know in the comments what y'all want to see. One thing I do want y'all to comment is, what shoe are y'all looking forward to the most for the holiday season? I'm personally looking forward to the patent leather breads. It was the Thunder 4s, but they did get pushed back in January. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in my December what's dropping. But yes, I'm looking forward to the bread one patent leather. I'm not even going to wear them, honestly, because I do have the OG breads, and I'm just going to beat them up and keep my patent leather ones on ice. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And last name, not Jordan for nothing. Cut the cameras.
Give me I want day, just stay. Close your eyes, no shed no tears. Keep it dark, close the shade. I'm on the pills, ruin that lean.